Darling, have you quietly become high class without pausing to notice the glow of your own metamorphosis? Let's settle this now. You're upper class, and your reality is simply aligning with the truth of who you've always been. Gone are the days of clinging to fleeting fads that dissolve like sugar in champagne. Your soul now demands timelessness, a life unapologetically curated in quiet luxury, where confidence doesn't shout, it radiates. You've stopped negotiating with mediocrity. True royalty doesn't haggle over her worth. Notice it yet? How your closet breathes with fewer but masterpiece pieces. How your circle mirrors depth, not noise. Even your tea tastes like a sonnet. Each sip a deliberate celebration of the art of living. High class isn't a bank statement. It's a frequency. And if your spine just straightened as you read this, love, you're not becoming. You've arrived. Let's decode the 10 silent upgrades, proving you're ascending into your effortlessly sovereign era. No trust fund necessary. Though if yours is on standby, darling, flaunt it. Take a moment and imagine us chatting over a warm cup of tea. Each word here is a gentle nod to your inner royalty. I'm here to remind you that every choice you make brings you closer to the exquisite life you deserve. Flood the comments with your favorite emoji if you recognize your rise, or tag the goddess in waiting who's seconds from seizing her scepter. 1. The death of fast fashion. Your closet's quiet revolution. You've outgrown the neon-lit chaos of fast fashion like a snake shedding its skin. Those $40 blouses that dissolved after one wash, they were training wheels for your taste. Now, you crave fabrics that whisper secrets of Italian looms, stitches that outlive trends. This isn't just about clothes, it's a rebellion against disposable culture. Imagine your wardrobe as a gallery, every piece a masterpiece, curated to outlast seasons and scream "I know my worth" without a single logo. When you touch silk that glides like moonlight, you're not buying fabric, you're buying legacy. Fast fashion fades. Your new standards are etched in marble. Now picture this. Every time you open your closet, you're greeted by pieces that tell your story. A story of growth, refinement, and a deep love for quality. Isn't it wonderful to feel that every fabric holds a secret promise of elegance and lasting beauty? But let's dissect the corpse of your old habits. That polyester blouse you once loved? It wasn't just threadbare. It was a metaphor. Fast fashion chains you to the cycle. Buy, discard, repeat, like a lab rat pressing a lever for dopamine. Now, you've broken the cage. When you invest in a single tailored blazer, you're not purchasing cloth, you're funding a revolution. Picture this. A stranger at a gala asks, "Who are you wearing?" You smirk. "Myself." No label owns you anymore. Your closet is now a manifesto, each hanger a sentence in the declaration of your independence. The moths of mediocrity starve here. Just imagine the delightful conversations you'll spark when someone finally notices the story behind your carefully chosen pieces. Your wardrobe isn't just fashion, it's your quiet revolution, a whisper of luxury that says, "I choose quality. I choose me." Trio of 2. The art of royal dismissal. No is your crown jewel. Excuses are for peasants. You've graduated to the velvet-gloved power of silence. "I'm not going" isn't a sentence, it's a decree. Watch how the room stills when you decline invitations with the finality of a gavel strike. This is how empires are built. Not with crowded calendars, but with sacred voids where your energy compounds like interest. Every no is a love letter to your sovereignty. Let the mediocre scramble for validation. You're too busy being the palace others beg to visit. Isn't it liberating to feel that each no is not just a refusal, but a sweet affirmation of your worth? I love the idea of taking back your time, savoring every quiet moment as a treasure reserved only for you. Let's autopsy your former people-pleasing corpse. Remember when you'd invent elaborate lies to avoid brunch with energy vampires? Now, you incinerate obligations with 3 syllables. Not for me. Your no isn't rejection. It's a scalpel removing tumors from your timeline. Watch how predators flinch when their guilt trips snap against your ironclad boundaries. You've mastered the art of letting silence linger like smoke after a gunshot. They'll dissect your absence at parties, inventing myths about your whereabouts while you're home, sipping tea that costs more than their rent, laughing at the liberty of owing nothing to anyone. Imagine the calm that fills you as you set boundaries that honor your true self. Every no, a reminder that your energy is sacred. It's like wrapping yourself in a soft, reassuring blanket of self-respect. Bosh! 3. Stealth wealth, your secret society of silk. Logos are the mating calls of the insecure. You've joined the Illuminati of understatement, where true power wears cashmere so fine it's mistaken for air. That buttery leather tote without branding, it's a semaphore to fellow initiates. I need not scream, my silence deafens. Study the British royals, their restraint is armor. When you choose a piece invisible to the masses but catnip to connoisseurs, you're not accessorizing, you're weaponizing mystique. Let them chase billboard brands. You're busy etching your initials on history. Take a minute to bask in the quiet thrill of being a mystery. It's as if every unbranded, elegant accessory whispers secrets of sophistication and timeless allure, just for you. But let's gut the illusion. That logo-laden bag you once flaunted wasn't a flex. It was a scream for validation. Now, your anonymity is your armor. The truly powerful don't need receipts. Their aura invoices respect on sight. When you wear a $10,000 coat that looks vintage, you're not hiding wealth, you're gatekeeping it. Watch peasants dismiss you as low-key, while oligarchs nod in recognition. Your unmarked garments are landmines. Step too close, and their ignorance explodes in their face. You've turned minimalism into a blood sport. Let the rabble flash labels. You're writing your legacy in invisible ink. I love the thought of you walking into a room, your presence quietly demanding attention without a single flashy logo. It's like a secret handshake with the universe that says, I know who I am, and I need no one's approval. Not 4. The alchemy of presence, turning oxygen into gold. Your nails aren't polished. They're lacquered commandments. Each hair strand falls into formation like soldiers saluting a queen. This isn't vanity, it's alchemy. You've learned that attention is currency, and your body is the mint. When you enter a room, the temperature drops. Not because you're cold, because you're a walking supernova. Every detail whispers, I respect myself too much to be anything less than art. Let the world call it high maintenance. You know it's the tax on existing as a limited edition. Think of every little detail, from your perfectly manicured nails to your confident stride, as an intimate conversation with the world. It's a gentle reminder that every aspect of you is a carefully curated work of art. But let's scrape off the glitter to reveal the gears. That effortless glow? It's a military operation. Your skincare routine isn't self-care. It's trench warfare against entropy. You don't throw on an outfit, you orchestrate a coup against mundanity. When someone sneers, who has time for this? You pity their poverty of spirit. Your reflection isn't a mirror, it's a blade you sharpen daily. Let them mistake your discipline for obsession. While they're slapping on drugstore mascara, you're calculating how many empires were built by women who turned their skin into marble and their posture into a throne. Imagine sharing with a friend how each morning, as you lovingly care for yourself, you feel a surge of power and anticipation for the day ahead. It's like your beauty routine is a secret ritual that transforms everyday moments into declarations of self-love. Harbor 5. Elegance as warfare, your invisible arsenal. True power doesn't shout, it strangles doubt with a pearl necklace. Your elegance isn't fabric deep. It's the steel in your voice when you say thank you to condescension. It's knowing chip nail polish and compromise standards are synonyms. When you gift wrap garbage in sweet talk, you're not being polite. You're conducting euthanasia on vulgarity. Watch how chaos stills in your wake, how cheap perfume flees your orbit. You're not just wearing clothes, you're deploying a psychological siege. Imagine feeling like every time you speak or move, you're gently disarming the world with a kind smile and a knowing glance, a delicate yet unstoppable force of refined power. But let's strip this to the bone. That grace under pressure isn't innate, it's a kill list. You've trained your laugh to detonate at precisely 0.3 seconds after jokes, calibrated your eyebrow arch to vaporize fools. Every compliment you give is a scalpel, precise, sterile, lethal. When you say darling, it's not a term of endearment, it's a warning label. Your elegance isn't a trait, it's a trap. Let them underestimate you as just another pretty face. By the time they notice the knife in their ribs, you'll already be signing the coronation papers. Imagine the satisfying feeling when you see someone's underestimation melt away as you simply continue being your impeccable, elegant self quietly and confidently turning every moment into an art form. Feminine queen, your throne demands discernment. Discernment is your sovereign right, a blade honed to surgical precision. Every choice sculpts your destiny from raw potential. What to elevate, what to excise, what to immolate at the altar of your standards. This is no mere selection process, but sacred alchemy. You don't choose companions, you coronate them, your gaze separating substance from dross like a master jeweler assessing diamonds. The loudmouth colleague? Already fading from your periphery. The boastful suitor? Merely a scribbled margin in your epic. Your throne isn't upholstered in comfort, but forged from whetstones. Each yes etching your legacy deeper, every no sharpening your authority to razor's edge. This isn't mere decision-making. It's the divine calculus of queenship. The world peddles mediocrity in gilded wrappers, tawdry baubles labeled adequate, partners who misinterpret your poise as pliability. But you pan through life's noise like a prospector extracting gold from fool's rivers. Your discernment operates as triage, no moment wasted on what cannot endure your wintry scrutiny. While others cling to dead weight from habit or guilt, you sever ties with a surgeon's precision. Witness how the unworthy flinch from your standards, your clarity a searchlight exposing their flaws. This isn't cruelty, but crystalline truth. A queen doesn't construct her domain with cast-off materials. She melts down the mediocre in kilns of uncompromising excellence, reforging reality to her royal specifications. Each refusal of the ordinary is a silent toast to your extraordinary destiny. 6. The curation of kingdoms. Your inner circle as fortress. Negative energy dies at your doorstep. You've built a moat of unavailable around your time, stocked with drawbridges that only rise for those who bring gold, not gossip. That friend who trauma dumps over champagne? She's now a ghost in your rear view. Your inner circle isn't a group, it's a council. Every seat is earned through emotional ROI. Remember, lions don't apologize for eating lambs. You're not excluding. You're performing triage on your destiny. Imagine the warmth and intimacy of gathering with those who truly uplift you. A tight-knit council where every conversation feels like a shared secret and every laugh is a celebration of your worth. But let's autopsy the bodies you left behind. Cutting ties isn't cruelty, it's clarity. That best friend who drained you? She wasn't a person. She was a tax on your soul. Now your guest list reads like a Nobel Prize roster. You don't hang out. You convene summits. Watch how aspirants clamor for invites to your dinners, unaware they're being vetted like cabinet nominees. Your inner circle isn't friends. It's a cartel. Let the world call you cold. You're too busy building a dynasty that'll outlive their grandchildren. Think of every heartfelt conversation, every genuine connection as a thread in the rich tapestry of your life. A tapestry woven with care, love, and the wisdom of knowing exactly who deserves to share your journey. Chapter 7. The Ballet of Disinterest. How to kill drama with a yawn. Public spectacles now offend you like bad syntax. When chaos erupts, you don't gawk. You exit stage left, leaving a trail of Chanel No. 5 and unanswered questions. Emotional elegance is watching a couple scream over steak frites while sipping your burgundy, amused as a cat watching mice play revolutionary. Your boredom is lethal. Let them embarrass themselves. Your absence will haunt them longer than any reaction. Imagine the serene satisfaction of simply walking away from drama, knowing that your peace is more valuable than any fleeting conflict. It's a quiet rebellion that leaves you smiling at the absurdity of it all. But let's dissect the carcass of your old curiosity. That gossip you once slurped like soup? It was poison in a ladle. Now you treat drama like expired milk. Sniff, recoil, discard. When coworkers brawl over promotions, you're already drafting your resignation letter from a private island. Your indifference isn't apathy, it's asphyxiation. Let them writhe for attention. You're busy writing memoirs they'll never be quoted in. Remember, history forgets clowns. It immortalizes those who watch the circus burn without blinking. Isn't it liberating to let go of the chaos and instead fill your life with meaningful moments? Imagine sharing with a dear friend how much lighter your heart feels when you choose peace over pointless conflict. 8. Time traveler CHIC, dressing like your future heirlooms. Trends are for tourists. You've become a historian of your own legacy, dressing not for today's Instagram, but tomorrow's biography. The queen never chased crop tops, she weaponized consistency. Your closet is a vault of future antiques. The camel coat that will outlive your grandchildren. The dress that'll hang in museums labeled, worn by the woman who redefined enough. When you buy, think, will this outlast my enemies? Imagine us giggling about how every piece in your wardrobe is like a timeless love letter to yourself. Each garment a promise that you're here for the long, elegant journey of life. But let's unstitch the seams of your transformation. That neon skirt you donated, it wasn't just ugly, it was a cry for help. Now every garment is a chess move in a 100-year game. You're not following trends, you're burying them. When influencers resurrect Y2K fashion, you'll be the ghost smirking from your oil portrait. Your wardrobe isn't clothing, it's a time capsule. Let them mock your dated pearls. Your descendants will auction them to fund revolutions. Imagine the excitement of knowing that every time you dress, you're not just choosing an outfit, you're crafting a legacy that will be admired for generations. It's a celebration of your eternal, refined spirit. 9. Silence. Your most expensive accessory. You've bankrupted small talk. Now, your pauses hold more value than most people's monologues. Watch CEOs squirm under the weight of your quiet, their words crumbling like stale macarons. In a world addicted to noise, your restraint is a siren song. Let them fill voids with chatter. You're busy composing symphonies in the spaces between. Just imagine how much more intimate and real every conversation becomes when you let silence speak. It's like sharing a secret wink with the universe, knowing that sometimes less truly is more. But let's autopsy the corpse of your former chatter. That habit of over-explaining? It was a fire sale on your power. Now you let silence metastasize. Watch men unravel as you sip espresso without justifying your existence. Your quiet isn't empty. It's a black hole swallowing their bravado. When they beg you to speak, smile. Let them writhe in the vacuum of your approval. The less you say, the more they invent, and nothing terrifies mediocrity more than a woman who writes her mythology in white space. Imagine the delight of knowing that each thoughtful pause you take is an invitation for others to truly listen. Your silence is a gentle yet powerful affirmation of your inner strength and mystery. 10. The alpha palate. Eating ambition, spitting out. Your taste buds now have a trust fund. That $10 wine you once guzzled, it's now vinegar for cleaning your diamonds. When you dine, you're not eating, you're auditing. A sommelier's nervous sweat as you dissect his vintage as your new foreplay. Your meals are chess matches, every bite a calculated move toward dominance. Let the masses swallow blandness. You'll starve before you settle. Imagine the pleasure of savoring every bite like it's a delightful conversation with your senses. It's as if each meal is a moment of self-indulgence that celebrates your exquisite taste and ambition. But let's carve into the meat of this metamorphosis. That frozen pizza you once inhaled? It wasn't food, it was surrender. Now your palate is a cartographer charting galaxies of flavor. When you taste truffle oil, you don't just smell earth, you detect the exact forest floor, the age of the oak, the arrogance of the chef who thought he could fool you. Dining with you isn't a meal, it's an inquisition. Let them call you picky. You're too busy turning sustenance into a sacrament. Remember, queens don't eat, they consume, leaving only bones and legends behind. Imagine sharing with a dear friend how each bite you savor is a celebration of your journey, a delicious reminder that you deserve nothing less than the very best in life. Your meals are a feast for both the body and the soul. Darling, if this video resonated, let's crystallize your transformation. High class isn't just what you wear or where you dine. It's the stoic serenity of a woman who's mastered her inner world. Think of the oak tree, unbothered by storms because its roots run deeper than the chaos. That's you now. The woman who no longer chases validation because she's too busy building her legacy. The woman who understands that luxury isn't in the possession, but in the perspective. The quiet power of knowing scarcity is a myth, and abundance is a mindset. Stoicism taught us, you own your energy, not the noise around you. So when life throws its inevitable mess, a canceled reservation, a snide comment, a no where you deserved a yes, you don't crumble, you recalibrate. Like a diamond forged under pressure, your elegance is unbreakable because it's rooted in self-possession. You don't keep up, you redefine the game. Imagine us winding down together as the day fades, reflecting on every graceful step you've taken towards this refined existence. Every moment is a gentle reminder that you are the architect of your destiny, loving, empowered, and utterly unforgettable. Let's talk rituals. The ancients practiced memento mori, remembering mortality to live fully. For you, it's memento magnificence. Every morning, you choose, will I shrink to fit small rooms or stretch into the expanse of my potential? You light the candle, you sip the matcha, you journal the vision, not for the gram, but for the gravitas of a life intentionally designed. And here's the Stoic secret the elites won't tell you. True upper class thrives in simplicity. It's deleting the apps that drain your peace. It's saying, I prefer not to, instead of over-explaining. It's investing in a $300 cashmere sweater and the silent confidence to wear it while scrubbing your bathroom tiles. Because luxury isn't fragile, darling. It's fluid. So, to the woman watching this, if you've laughed at quiet luxury trends while curating a life that needs no label, if you've traded frenetic hustle for strategic excellence, if you've realized that having it all means releasing what no longer serves, you're not just high class, you're timeless. Close your eyes and feel the love in these words. Each one is a celebration of the magnificent being you are. I'm here cheering you on every step of your journey as you embrace your true upper-class essence. Smash subscribe if you're ready to own your sovereignty in a world obsessed with shortcuts. Comment with crown if you're the friend others whisper about, how does she make it look so effortless? Share this with one woman who needs to hear, your ascension isn't about money, it's about mastery. Feminine Queen exits now, but your reign, it's just beginning. Thank you, darling, for sharing this moment with me. Remember, every step you take in elegance and discernment lights up the world around you. Stay radiant, stay true, and always know you are cherished.